This is VOA News. I'm Scott Walterman. President Joe Biden met Pacific Island leaders for a second White House summit on Monday.
The United States committed to ensuring the Indo-Pacific region that is free, open, prosperous, and secure.
Biden announced U.S. diplomatic recognition of two more Pacific Island nations, the Cook Islands and Niue. Thousands of ethnic Armenians fled Nagorno-Karabakh on Monday. Reuters reporter Rachel Graham says they feared persecution and ethnic cleansing.
Desperate to leave, people were seen loading belongings into buses and trucks at the border with Armenia after Azerbaijan brought the breakaway region to heel by force a week earlier. After crossing the border, many of the refugees arrive in the town of Goris, where they are given food and shelter at hotels. Azerbaijan said it launched the 24-hour military operation against Karabakh forces after attacks on its own citizens. President Ilham Aliyev said his army had only targeted Karabakh fighters and that civilians had been protected.
The Armenian Prime Minister said they would all be welcome. That is Reuters' Rachel Graham. Marking his first trip to Africa's Defense Secretary, Lloyd Austin met yesterday with Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohammed in Djibouti, then headed to Kenya's capital, Nairobi. Two soldiers from Bahrain were killed in an attack along the border between Yemen and Saudi Arabia. The Bahraini military said on Monday that it highlights the insecurity in the area. Russian airstrikes and shelling killed 6 people in Ukraine and caused significant damage to infrastructure at the Black Sea seaport of Odessa and to grain storage facilities. The ongoing targeting of grain infrastructure. This is VOA News. Emergency services worldwide are racing to recruit thousands of new volunteers to replace an aging frontline force of the next wildfire season. Phil Mercer says they are targeting women, migrants, and students in a field traditionally dominated by older men.
As summers get hotter and drier, wildfire seasons start earlier. Fighting fires in Australia and many other countries relies heavily on volunteers. There are almost 200,000 volunteers across the 8 state and territory bushfire services. New South Wales has the world's largest fire brigade. But Commissioner Rob Rogers told the Australian Broadcasting Corporation that it urgently needs new members.
By and large, it's still an ageing demographic, so I think our average age is in the 50s now.
Phil Mercer, VOA News, Sydney.
A Texas gunman who killed 23 people in a racist attack on Hispanic shoppers at a Walmart in 2019 has agreed to pay restitution to the families. Here's AP correspondent Mike Hempen.
Patrick Crusius has agreed to pay more than $5 million to the families of the victims. In July, he was sentenced to 90 consecutive life sentences after pleading guilty to federal hate crime charges. It was one of the worst mass killings in U.S. history. Crusius, who is white, still faces a separate trial in Texas court that could end with him getting the death penalty. Crusius pleaded guilty in February after federal prosecutors took the death penalty off the table. But Texas prosecutors have said they will put him on death row when he stands trial in state court. That trial date has not yet been set. I'm Mike Hempen.
Nigerian troops have rescued 10 hostages among dozens of people kidnapped from a university in the northwestern part of the Zamfara state after 2 days of fighting, according to the military and community sources. British police said on Monday they'd launched an investigation into a number of allegations of non-recent sexual offenses following media reports that 4 women had accused the comedian Russell Brand of sexual attacks.
It comes after a joint investigation by British media outlets, which reported the comedian was accused of rape and sexual assault by 4 women.
Obviously, I now in particular have a new experience on the way that the media and the state can cooperate and corroborate one another's narratives and stories.
Brand has rejected the allegation.
That is Reuters reporter Emma Jahil. In Washington, I'm Scott Walterman,
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comment section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.